soon. That's the line. There we go.
Someone get this man a hot dog.
Spaceballs, kids. From Spaceballs. None of you are old enough to understand that reference. That's fine. You'll know Axel Toss, but nobody else.
Get this man a hot dog.
Done. Let's do it. Guillermo,
I'll be honest.
Guillermo, can I get a hot dog?
I'll be honest. I went on a little camp adventure a couple nights ago, and I had a roasted hot dog over a campfire. So
What?
I don't mean to like make you. I don't mean to point that out, but I got my hot dog fix.
I'm so jealous.
Here we are.
I mean, going camping.
Yeah.
I'm in Los Angeles. You can't do that. You get arrested.
I brought
for
my
that.
phone with me to do some mobile gaming. Don't worry, I was as remote as you get.
Yeah. Okay. We'll put that jealousy aside for a moment. We'll ground ourselves back in this game, and we'll take a look at the leaderboards. Of course, these early rounds really don't mean a whole lot. Really, there's sort of a binary. It's a 1 or a 0. And is a player going to open forts or are they not? Those are really the only big deciders here, and that often is determined. I mean, there's some players like Monty who open fort every game, no matter what they do, no matter what they get. But there's some players who make that decision now based on what pieces and what synergies they find falling into their laps. So players who find a couple of early level 2s, probably not going to do so. So we'll see what that decision is.
Yeah, just quickly looking at some early pickups. Deep Blue got an early Abyssal Crawler, which is a pretty expensive pickup early on in the game. So that could snowball into something. We see early indications of glacial play from Pal Panda. Let's see what else is going on here. Dog Bun, nothing too interesting for him. We got an Argali Knight. These stupid items keep popping up and preventing me from looking through this. Let's see, Argali Knight from Kogabas, which looks like leaning into Knights. Again, something we didn't see in the first game, something we didn't see last week at all, but something we saw work very well in the game that we just saw. Vince went for Hell Knight, but he just sold it. Okay, I need to look at Vince right now because he just... Vince, what are you doing, Vince? So Vince just sold his Hell Knight. He's going pretty into Heavy Goblin, and he picks up an Abyssal Crawler of his own. So we've already seen a couple players pick up an early Abyssal Crawler. Again, you can't read too much from all this, but it is just stuff to note and keep in mind as this continues forward. Meanwhile, at the bottom of the lobby, between Vivo and Nova, we're seeing Water Spirits in play. So it's a lot of interesting different directions already being taken by all these players.
Yeah, again, they're just sort of taking, going wherever the wind takes them. Where you have a sailboat and you're just like, well, if the wind goes north, I go north. We'll see how that continues to evolve once more decisions or options for decisions are being made. Of course, the big thing I'm looking at here is Nova and Vincent. Nova, I think, is going to open fort here. He's just got that God of War out there with a Water Spirit and a Grand Herald. Well, maybe not. He's playing around, actually bringing in goblins and mechs. Hang on, maybe I spoke too soon. Maybe he's not going to here. I don't think we've seen a single game yet where somebody has it open forted. This might be a first.
He should lose this one because of that level 2, that 2-star Water Spirit from Vivo. So I think Nova's still planning on these losses. Also, level 5 is available, and he did not take that. In fact, only Kogabas went up to level 5 in the entire lobby. Meanwhile, Vince, it's a little interesting what Vince is doing. Vince, it looked like he was getting ready for a loss streak, and he was in the bottom 2. But then he picked up a 2-star Heaven Bomber, and that's pretty strong in round 4, round 5, the 2-star Heaven Bomber. So Vince is turning this into potentially a win streak situation. However, I was just about to say he's not going to level 5. Okay, he just went to level 5. So that really points to Vince going for a win streak, even though he started near the bottom.
I'm not going to quote the song. I'm not going to do it. Let's see. Yeah, I'm just not going to. Nova, yeah, he pulled everything.
I heard the lyrics as if you said it. So.
Oh, well, there you are. We don't take those. Yeah, so we are going to have the open fort for Nova. He's just going to full commit to it now, see how much health he can save. I don't know if I love him pulling all of his units, but I think he's looking at Deep Blue and Dog Bun, and those are sort of his concerns right now. Doesn't want to break that loss streak against him, so maybe this is a smart play, actually, just going full open fort now that he's found that priest. Instead, I want to look up at our top player. I want to look up at Verenice, which apparently is not how you say that name. Apparently it's Verenice, but I'm going to be honest, that's just not as fun to say. Instead, I get to revisit myself when I was 8 years old, quoting Borat as an annoying child.
It's so funny, man, because we will purposely say some names wrong for fun, and some people do get upset. in
Me
the
too.
chat, and it's
So
pretty
sorry.
funny to see that. So hopefully no one gets upset
No.
because I'm laughing, man. You I was telling him
Look,
when we were doing rehearsals, that's the word I was actually mixing into my layman's conversation without even wanting to. I was saying very nice, like you've been saying it. So thanks for making the last week of mine entertaining, at least.
I'm sorry, everyone who had to deal with you IRL. Not sorry for you so much. I'm sorry for all of them. Yes.
Don't worry, I
it's
keep it remote, so basically just my
perfect.
roommate. We're good.
Perfect. Yeah. So keep that social distance, folks. Don't annoy everybody. Very nice though. He's up at the top. He's finding himself. I don't think he's committed to a Garrus Ranger. Okay.
Yeah.
Here we go. He's just spending all that, and he's leveling too. So he's gonna get this in. He maybe playing towards. I mean, that's just okay. At this point, he's just throwing in every level 2 he can get his hands on. I don't hate it. Maybe flexing in the Knights.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
He is just pouring everything into a really good early game. He wants to get a win streak big time. If you notice, also 0 gold, no economy to work with whatsoever, and also bumping up to level 6. So it's 2 things. It's really sacrificing his economy just to make sure he gets these wins out. So on a 5 win streak, but this could scale really well for him if he. I mean, obviously these 2-star pieces are very strong. If he can even be a little stronger, and he can just really coast a nice win streak here. I mean, even if he doesn't win this game, even if he doesn't get second, he could probably automatically secure himself top 4 if he has a crazy early game here and just doesn't lose for 10 rounds in a row.
I mean, that could be sick. That could be sick, but he's got somebody hot in his heels. It's Kogabos. Let's jump on board with Kogabos as well to see what they're up to. What are they going to be running? Just the kitchen sink. Kitchen sink is what they're running. Interesting. Gotcha. I guess you've got assassins, but that's sort of it. All right.
Yeah, and it's 3 players on win streaks now is pretty crazy. Vince as well. So inevitably, someone's gonna falter, and they're gonna lose their win streak, and they're not gonna be happy. Uh-oh. Very nice. Very not nice. Looks like he's gonna be the first one losing that win streak. Definitely not what he was looking for, especially with how much economy he sacrificed to get to this point.
Yeah, that is very much not ideal. Only at 10. Oh boy. I mean, when this win streak. Okay, Kogabos is fully committing to purchasing, by the way. Vincent, I think, is playing this a little more standard. You try and build yourself up to around at least that 30 gold mark towards round 12, I think is sort of one of those benchmarks that I've been seeing a lot of top players going for. That one I think is a little bit more amorphous. That one you sort of can play as it comes towards you. I think the more hard and fast rule for these loss streaks, like what we're seeing Deep Blue maintaining right now, is if you can get up to a 10 or 12 loss streak at the end while staying above 50 HP at around the 12, 13 round mark and get around that 50 gold, that's, I think, sort of the magic apex. The stars have aligned and you're doing a pretty good job at that point.
Yeah, and speaking towards win streaks as well, I mean, I was commenting on Very Nice how he was looking for big win streaks because of how much economy he was sacrificing. Well, it might have just gotten a little bit more nerve-wracking for him because Vince and Kogabos, they're having some really nice win streaks for themselves, and also Vince, his economy is doing just fine here. So if you're Very Nice and you're like, all right, I'm going to get a big win streak here, I'm not going to spend a lot, there's no way I'm going to lose. And then all of a sudden Vince steps up and he's able to take you out. And now Vince has a really nice win streak with a really nice economy. There's reasons for Very Nice to be nervous now. But Kogabos and Vince, I think they're pretty happy with where they're at. They're both as healthy as you can be on their HP, and they've got their win streaks going. And Vince obviously has a slightly better situation because he's got 20 gold in his bank.
Yeah, I mean, Kogabos has been spending, but he's also been rewarded for that spend. Now, Koga's coming into this not in the top, not by a bit of a stretch here. Not completely out of it yet by any means, would have to have an amazing series of games. But he is able to do pretty well so far. The problem is that he's gone for a very early game build. He has found the Venomancer, which we know, even despite the Kira changes, can still potentially do some hard carry job here. But the problem is that these Goblin mechs do tend to fall off late game. So the question is sort of how long can he sustain here at the top? How many players can he outlast, if any?
Yeah, there's so many. If you just look at the scoreboard, there's so many people going goblins. It's insane. So I'm not feeling great for Kogobash right now. His economy isn't that great. He's going for a unit that pretty much everyone else, going for a class that pretty much everyone else is going for. So although he's on a 7-win streak and 100 HP, I don't think it's going to last personally. I think Vince is in a slightly better position. And actually, another player, as we will watch this unfold, but maybe we can swap over to Vivu, who we haven't talked much about.
Yeah.
But he's kind of staying in the top 4, more or less, as we see Kogobash do just fine there. So I want to take a little peek at Vivo and see what he has going on here. Let's see. Vivo, Divinity, Mech, let's see. Demon, Divinity, Mech, Wizard.
Yeah, okay.
Excuse me, not Mech. Priest, Wizard. Vivo and Vincent were swapping roles, but it looks like just heavy on the Divinity here, and a 2-star Goddess of Light, 2-star Grand Herald, 2-star Water Spirit. I guess that Water Spirit might be critical in what he has going on. You know, I'm not a massive fan of what he's doing either. So this is super close all around. Looks like still a lot of fights for different pieces that a lot of people are going for the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, this is interesting because this is actually the build that Zath was running in that last game that did pretty well for him. Not amazing, because of course we are seeing those nerfs to Divinity, which we should really keep in mind here. Of course, the big thing being that, you know, instead of going from 50% and 75% CD reduction, you now have the 45%, 70%. So it's 5%. Not a huge difference, but it really does add up. No big heavy-handed changes coming in from the devs. I'm a big fan of that because it does open things up and fine-tunes rather than sort of these big sweeping nerfs that some games like to tend to favor.
And of course, something we will definitely keep an eye on as the day goes along. We've already heard from a lot of players and how changes are affecting their strategy. So we'll see what happens. Let's see. Still a ton of goblins all over this board, all over this lobby. Gosh, everyone is just so obsessed with those goblins. Got to pick them up. Got to go for the goblins.
No, don't do that. Don't do it. Don't go for goblins. I want to watch. I want to watch Dog Bun. I want to watch my boy Dog Bun because we see warriors at play. The warrior's going to be coming in. I want to jump on board with Dog Bun. I'm curious to see if the warriors are going to be impactful at all, because they're not really a build that we see a lot of. Just armor as a stat, not excellent. Just when you don't pair it with a ton of stuff. In this case, Dog Bun is pairing it with some beasts, so you're going to get that like extra attack, which helps because it's one area that warriors really struggle with. And then of course with that Insectoid as well, he's going to be taking advantage of that, stacking up. I think it's going to be 2 of those chiefs that he's going to be stacking. So keep an eye on him. I'm curious.
I'm trying to find the light at the end of the tunnel here for Dog Bun. I really am, but I'm having trouble. He has 56 gold. His economy is in great shape, but he's all the way down to 42 health. And honestly, like the units he's grabbing, nothing is really making me excited for him. He's got Red X Chief. Sure, he's got 2 2-star Red X Chiefs, but I mean, it's not really ideal. You want some more synergies working. So he's really looking for a 3-star Red X Chief to have anything to make anything work with this. I guess a werewolf also would be nice to have that buffed up, but I'm definitely nervous for Dog Bun. It doesn't see me as a great comp, and he's at the point where he needs a good comp with 42 HP, and the rest of the lobby doing as well as they are.
Yeah, I mean, the whole point of the open port is that, you know, going on this big loss streak is that you are going to eventually, normally around that, you know, 14 to 17 round mark, you are going to drop your pieces, snap your synergies together, and stabilize, go on a comeback. He's still within that HP threshold. 42 HP is not bad for going on this big loss streak like he's doing, because like you said, his economy is in great shape. He's on par in terms of levels. But Axel Toss, you're 100% correct. There's not like he's going to drop 6 mages and suddenly he's looking fantastic, or 6 assassins. He's just going to have some warriors and some beasts, and I think that'll be good potentially, but I'm still unconvinced.
Yeah. And another question is, when does he really want the loss streak to be over? Because I mean, part of this is like, he doesn't have a great comp, so he might just keep losing. But you also wonder if he's really trying to turn that around. I think he's getting to the point where he wants that to happen. He wants to start getting those wins, so maybe he's just gonna lose 1 or 2 more on purpose and then really try to turn it around. But there might come a point where he just spends all his money looking for those 3 stars because that's all he can do.
Yeah. And it's interesting because he actually has decided to level to 7. And if he was going to do a bunch of that rolling, I would have liked to have seen him do it before he actually hit 7, just to increase the chance of hitting those 1 and 2 drop or 1 and 2 cost units down at the bottom. So if he was going to commit to going for 3s, I would have liked that. Instead, he is going to get some of it here still, but I think instead what he's going to do is he's just going to level up. He's going to try and play for some of these larger synergies. He's going to go for 6 warrior, see if he can find some of those higher cost warriors like the werewolf, like the berserker, like the pirate captain. Instead, go that route rather than trying to farm for these 3 drops like we saw in the last game that worked so well for Joseph.
Do you want to look at Kogaboss again? He's on an 11 win streak. And
absolutely.
Presumably he has not lost yet. So let's keep a close eye on him. I was a little critical earlier because I wasn't convinced by his goblin play because everyone else in the lobby is going goblin, but somehow this is working really well for him. He's doing just fine. Clearly. Going up against Panda here. He's got the Venomancer working. Plenty of goblins in play. Level 2 Heaven Bomber he's had from the start. Level 2 Ripper, 2-star Ripper able to pick that up. He's stacking his Venomancer with those items. So
lots of Rippers.
And also, is it the Grim? I think the Grim Touch is doing well for him. Also, I noticed that the Grim Touch had quite a bit of damage up there. Still a little wonky. I'm still not convinced from what I'm seeing. He's got Kira working for him. By the way, it's something that we were talking about coming into today.
Yeah.
I'm still not convinced that this is going to be all sunshine, daisies, and rainbows for him. But who knows?
Yeah, that's the big question. So also to note, Dog Bun did break his streak. He did manage to get himself a win. Yeah. We'll see if he's able to stabilize here at 42 HP. That's, again, a pretty good spot to still be in. But I want to note, Axel Toss, this is the build we saw last week. This is the build the players were going last patch. Kogaboss is just saying, being like, well, everybody seems to think it was nerfed into the ground. I don't necessarily seem to think so. This is what the roles are giving me. So I'm going to own 6 Goblin Kira. And it's working for him, partially because he's been uncontested, even though actually, as I say that, he has 4 level 1s still, or 3 level 1s still, which is wild. He did just get a level 2. He finally got his Venomancer level 2. But still, this is big here. The fact that everybody's perception of the meta was one way, and one person saying, but what if we over-exaggerated? And maybe proving some people wrong. It's cool.
Yeah, and the Venomancer is absolutely critical for Kogaboss. Also, he has no economy, everyone. He has 2 golds. He has no economy whatsoever, so he's putting everything into this win streak. He just wants to put as much distance between himself and the bottom of the lobby as he can right now. But I'm still not convinced. I'm still afraid that he's gonna tumble down the rabbit hole. But is the Venomancer just that strong for him? Looking at the leaderboard real quick, the only other player that I saw with the Venomancer out was Verinice, and he still has it in play. It's just a 1-star. But there's nothing else that works with that Venomancer for Verinice. So does that mean he's going to sell the Venomancer? I'm very curious about that, because if that is the case, then Kogaboss, that could be the case where this would really work out for him. If he's able to somehow get a 3-star Venomancer, that would be nuts. But he doesn't have any right now, so just something we have to wait and see. We'll see how long this lasts for Kogaboss. It certainly looks strong, but he's only at 11 gold in his economy, so there is potential for this to deteriorate for him.
Yeah, and oh boy, this is a lot of question marks. And here's the thing, is I want to be able to give some deep, insightful analysis onto the pros and cons of this and the current meta and up against certain other builds. But part of the problem is we just don't know. This is day 1. The patch, we were in rehearsals when the patch was finishing. Like, we do not know what these really top tier builds are going to be as we continue to shake out. And maybe the perception of what was good and what is now going to be good is still not 100% correct, because it's all just theory crafting at this point. So we'll see. Let's as much as I want to see what eventually beats down Kogaboss's spree, I also want to take a look at some of these other players. I want to take a jump up more with Pouty Panda, who's in last place. Pouty Panda, of course, competed last season in the ESL Mobile Open, did make it to the playoffs as well. He is going for that Glacier Knight. Hasn't been able to really round out a lot of those Knights, though, unfortunately. Verinice, who's also on a lost streak, I should add, is also doing the same thing. So maybe they're kind of cannibalizing each other a little bit here. and hurting both of their potential to get this rolling. We'll see. More level 2s for Pouty Panda, but really, again, it's all about stacking up this Light Blade Knight and really building that out as a true carry.
Yep, and right now he's not too far from the 3-star Light Blade Knight. Honestly, he's got two 2-star Light Blade Knights actually on his board there. So he had two 2-star Light Blade Knights working for him. But as you mentioned, Veranice is the other player in the lobby going for that Glacial Knight composition, and Veranice has a Light Blade Knight of his own. And actually, I'm going to click over on Veranice really quick. I want to see if he has any on the bench. No, he does not have any Light Blade Knights on the bench. So Veranice with that 2-star Light Blade Knight might just be enough to prevent Pouty Panda from getting his 3-star Light Blade Knight that he's desperately looking for. So, oh, guess what? Pouty Panda got it. He just now got the 3-star Light Blade Knight. He must have rolled down a little bit to grab that. So that is absolutely what Pouty Panda is looking for to turn this around. He's on a 6-loss streak. I expect him to do everything he can to win from here on out, now that he has that 3-star Light Blade Knight.
Yeah, no, that's a big one. But unfortunately, the damage, the magic damage, the AoE. Oh, boy. Oh, Deep Blue. Oh, my goodness. Pouty Panda. Oh, gosh. Okay. Well, now I feel like we have to jump more with Deep Blue. Now I feel like I need to see what Deep Blue's doing, because that was a slaughter. And that's just 6 mage dragon human. Okay, that's just pure magic damage, and you don't have enough. If you're Pouty Panda, you don't have enough of those knights stacked up to generate that additional MR. So you're just getting blasted by that. You have 4 now, so I guess that's kind of where you want to be, but I don't know, they still felt like they were made of paper.
Yeah, and Light Blade Knight, you're going knights, you want sustain. Your Light Blade Knight needs to stay alive. It could be worth putting some defensive items in the Light Blade Knight just to help him stay alive longer, but otherwise you need to position your pieces properly. You need enough pieces out there to actually absorb a lot of damage. There's a lot of things you have to kind of put together to really make it work. So Pouty Panda, he's in a good spot with that 3-star Light Blade Knight. We'll just have to see what he does from here to supplement how strong that has the capability to be.
Oh, speaking of strong capability, we're seeing the board of Kogabos now going to town. The HP regeneration on that Venomancer. Okay. That's a little scary. That's not a little scary. That's a lot scary. Oh my goodness.
What, the Venomancer from Kogabos?
Yeah, I just witnessed it massacre. Deep Blue. Not a lot of fun there.
Yeah, the items on that bad boy. He's got the steel plate mail, a cool 10 armor. We got the Python wand, increased 15 attack and 350 HP, including some magic resistance, the Shadow Edge, wooden club, lucky coin. Yeah, Venomancer all the way for Kogabos. Can he be stopped? I wasn't convinced earlier. I was not convinced that it would work out for him here, but clearly it's working. Even though everyone else in the lobby is going Goblin, he's still finding a way to make this work.
I mean, you say that. I mean, you're joking, right? Like you talk.
Everyone was going Goblin earlier, and
sure.
I'm looking at this. I'm looking at the scoreboard. Maybe he's gotten people to drop off of it because not as many people are still holding on to those Goblins. So he's getting the pickups he needs.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, those Goblins, I think when most folks were dropped by the wayside, I think those were just sort of the first few rounds. Be like, oh yeah, we can make some of these work just to throw. I mean, again, most of the players are open fording too, or maybe somebody's going to flex into Assassin with a Soulbreaker. But no, he's now being able to totally own this. He's now actually built up a bit of an econ up to 36 gold. So he's continuing that going. This is the longest streak we've seen yet in any game here in the playoffs of the ESL Mobile Open. But my big bit of curiosity is when Deep Blue and Kogabos eventually face off. Who's going to be the winner there? Will the mages be able to take down the goblins and the Kira? That's my big question mark. We'll keep an eye on that a little bit later on as we are witnessing Kogabos still, who has, I cannot believe it, he found something, found a level 3 Ripper. That's going to hurt. That's 250 pure damage. The mass AoE. Oh, yikes.
Level 3 Soulbreaker. The 3 stars... That's what I was concerned about when we saw this getting going 20 rounds ago, 15 rounds ago. Okay, he's going goblins. Okay, we have a lot of other goblins that other players are taking. Will these other players let go of their goblins? Who is going to be committing to them? And the answer is only Kogobas is committing to these goblins, and he's able to take advantage of the goblins that everyone else is dropping. And he's level 10. So this could be working out really well for Kogobas.
Because he just got the tier 4 Warlock, which is also, of course, activating on his Venomancer. So that additional lifesteal is actually going to be wild. You combine that with the Dark Spirit and the percentage-based HP damage. I cannot see a world where somebody can dethrone Kogobas right now. He is too tanky. He's got too much regeneration. Oh my goodness, we're witnessing a massacre.
And this is why you hold on to your goblins sometimes, even though you hate to do it, because you can't allow someone else in the lobby to go insane with it. And that's what we're seeing from Kogobas. Now we're wondering, can it be stopped? Maybe not.
Maybe not.
Dog Bun out of the game. Sorry.
Sorry, Dog Bun.
Paul.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, Dog Bun.
Pal Panda is on the edge. Nova. Remember, our player who came into this game.
Nova.
Yeah, Nova came into this game #1 on our overall standings, and now he is left with 13 HP and 0 economy. He's got an egg on the bench. Not sure exactly. He's got a lot of different things going on here.
No gold. No gold to speak of. He's facing down Vivu, and oh man, this could potentially be it here from him. We'll see. The Storm Shaman's doing a decent amount of damage, but I don't know if they're going to be able to hold on through this. The Water Spirit in the back, if he can get a Wave Slash off, might be able to take this one over. But it's going to be close. Oh, man.
No. Vivu gets the best of Nova here. Nova down to 7 HP. Every placement is important. And he actually wants to outlast Vivu's. Vivu is the next closest person to him on that health. Meanwhile, Pal Panda has been knocked out. Kogobas still chilling on a 20 streak. No big deal. Vincent in second, trying to close that gap. Vince is also very healthy on our overall leaderboard. So if you think about Vince compared to Nova, Vince could make up a lot of ground on Nova here. If Nova's dropped out soon, which it looks like it might happen, and Vince holds on top 3 or top 2.
Yeah, and Vince too. I mean, gods, deities, they could potentially, divinities, I'm going to get the right word at some point. They could potentially actually do something against Kogobas here. We're actually seeing that matchup now on Vincent's screen. If we want to maybe head on over to that and take a look at the battle up against Kogobas, we're seeing it here. This is sort of the big decider, or what could be a big decider, of how the rest of this game is going to go. And we are seeing the Venomancer, I don't think, be able to clutch it out. Maybe I spoke too soon, though. Oh, boy.
Strong Venomancer is strong.
Yeah. So for now, Vincent's unable to take him down. But it was very close. We'll keep an eye on that back and forth here. Let's get back to Nova, though. Let's get back on over to Nova and see if he can hold on. He hasn't gotten the quad divinity. I think that's been a big factor for him here. Just not able to get that synergy rock in the way he wants it to. Not able to get 4 Warlock. So yeah, this just feels like he's so close to greatness, but can't quite find it.
For Nova, 5 HP, 3 lost streak. Let's see what happens here. Looks like his Water Spirit doing a good amount of damage. It's just a level 2 Water Spirit, though. Going up against Kogobas, the champion of the lobby so far. Kogobas should be just fine. Ripper ripping. And Nova, he's out. That's a pretty big deal. He does not want 6th place at all. He definitely wants top 4 every time. He wants to secure his place in the playoffs. So that's tough for Nova.
Oh my goodness, I feel so bad. We brought him in the interview, we showed him off, and I think we kind of jinxed him. Feels bad. Apologies to Nova. But still, he's got a lot of room to shake that off. He's done consistently good enough in these games that he's got a bad game in him. He's got a mulligan. Just put this one away. Didn't get the rolls, didn't get what you needed. No worries. Not over yet. Still a lot more games to be played here. As we're jumping on board with Deep Blue next, but we could also watch Veronice or Vivu. I think both of them are a little bit closer to their potential demise. And maybe let's jump aboard with Vivu. I'm curious to see what Vivu is going to be doing.
Let's see. Vivu, he's got nothing in the bank. 8 HP. Like semi into warrior, mostly warlock divinity going on. Honestly, pretty underwhelming overall. No 3 stars to be spoken of. He's got a God of War out there, but that looks almost silly compared to Vince's God of War, who's a 3-star. So Vivu, in all likelihood, will be knocked out in 5th. I think he's going to do everything he can to just outlast Very Nice.
And that's sort of the name of the game at this point. You're just playing for placement. You know you're not going to take down Koga Boss, who's become raid boss in this lobby. It's just looking incredible so far this game. And we are going to see Vivu lose 2 HP to the Ghost of Nova. Oh, boy. But Koga Boss has been able to hold on 22. You know what? I'm not even going to say it. I'm not going to say it because I'm not going to jinx it. But there's a potential thing that could happen in this game that could be very interesting if Vincent is not able to really get his build powered up and ready to potentially take down Koga Boss here. Something interesting could happen. I'm not going to say it. We all know what I'm talking about.
What?
But let's not say it.
Okay. All right. Okay.
It rhymes with Merfict Fame. It rhymes with Merfict Fame.
Yeah.
Okay.
I said start with a P, so
yeah.
I think
okay, perfect. Thank you.
Yeah. Well.
Oh, level 3 Skybreaker, level 3 Ripper for Koga Boss. Oh goodness, that's no fun. Okay, Vivu, I believe in you. Believe in you, Vivu.
Let's see if Vivu can survive. The answer is a very quick no. That
oh my goodness, that God of Thunder.
Mage,
that's Zeus's punishment.
Oh, Vivu, Very Nice just barely stayed in there, by the way. That was almost a very close 4th, 5th finish, but Very Nice just barely able to stay alive with 2 HP. He spent his entire bank. It's definitely a fight for top 3 here. Can anyone unseat Koga Boss? And I'm pretty sure, if I'm remembering the overall leaderboard as well, Vince was the highest that's still alive, I want to say. So yep. Vince needs this. Vince needs a top 3 here, which he has. It would be interesting to see if he can get first somehow.
Yeah, we're
which might be a ridiculous notion. It might be a ridiculous notion because we're seeing how strong Koga Boss is. Just all the 3 stars. Wait a second. Okay, yeah, he's got a 3-star Skybreaker, 3-star Ripper, 3-star Soulbreaker, also pretty sure. Very Nice is done.
Ouch.
We are down to 3.
And then there were 3. And then there were 3. Deep Blue, he's still running this 6-mage Spirit, but interesting thing here for Deep Blue is that he actually has one little bit of the Spirit kind of world coming on in. He does have that God of Thunder, that Zeus's punishment, which we saw do some serious work before. So we'll see how much that's going to be able to make an impact here. Do we just watch Koga Boss until he loses? I feel like that's the play. I feel like we just watch Koga Boss until he loses. Because now he's got the Devastator as well. He's got that delayed action bomb. Oh boy. Oh boy. Things are getting very interesting.
Yeah. Also something concerning for his opponents is that he's not too far away from the 3-star Venomancer.
Oh no. Oh no.
He's not too far from it.
Oh boy. Well, we're witnessing Deep Blue now. Just getting absolutely wrecked by Vincent. Oh my goodness. DK not able to do nearly enough. Oh boy. Yeah. You know what? I feel like this is just a battle of sort of who can dethrone Koga Boss at this point. And I think Vincent probably has the best chance at it here. So I just want to stick on board with Koga Boss. I want to sort of just ride this one out to the end. We watched him a lot at the beginning. I want to see if he can get it done. If he can get this 2-star Devastator, that'd be massive. The fact that he could potentially get a 2-star Devastator before he gets a 2-star Grand Herald or Soul Reaper is actually hilarious to me, by the way. Yeah,
and he's got plenty of money in the bank. Vince also has plenty of money in the bank. They're both level 10. It looks like we are keeping an eye on Deep Blue, I believe. Yeah, so let's see here. It's got the 6-mage going, really trying to just get together that AoE damage and just trying to wipe trying to wipe the opponent. It's got that Dragon Knight in there as well. It's fun how we've seen the Dragon Knight be kind of a core odd man out in some of these compositions. In an earlier game, we saw a Dragon Knight. I think it was Monty who was doing it. He had Assassins and a Dragon Knight to help supplement things out a little earlier. So cool to see how effective that has been. And looking at Deep Blue's Dragon Knight, it is also absolutely loaded with items.
All right. Well, that's the big question mark here, for sure. As he's facing down Kogaboss's board this time around. Let's see if the Spirits are going to be able to do it for him with those Mages and Dragons. We'll see if his hard carry DK can do the work, and it might be able to do it here.
Venomancer,
except for the fact that that's a just absolutely big boy Veno. Oh, boy. Smacking. It's just smacking him.
Lord.
Oh, boy.
Oh, Lordy coming. Yep.
Oh, no.
Yep. Strong Venomancer. Okay. Will he get that to 3-star?
I think there's a very high likelihood.
Guess what just happened?
That he does it right now. There's a very high likelihood that he does it right now. Oh boy. And he could potentially mess around. Oh, and he got the egg on the Devastator. Okay. I think we may have ourselves
that Venomancer is so strong, dude.
A perfect game. Oh my goodness. I think there's no point to I don't think I can jinx it at this point. I think it's even beyond me jinxing it. Now that I've said it though, who knows? I don't think so.
He's not gonna lose.
This was just played to perfection. Just running his econ down early, not even carrying, just getting ahead, staying ahead. And now we're in a position where he is just slaughtering this lobby.
The Venomancer is not losing a pixel of health.
He's got a lot of health, to be fair. Got a lot of it. Oh boy. Well, to be fair, Vincent's also hasn't lost on his board anyway for a hot minute either. So I feel like he can't just be facing Deep Blue every single round. Maybe he's won against Kogaboss on his board. Let's actually jump aboard with Vincent. Let's check out Vincent here for a bit, because again, he's been at 43 HP for the last like 5 rounds. So he's got a level 3 Spirit.
Yeah. The 3-star Water
Spirit.
The
Devastator. He grabbed the Devastator just to try and deny the level 2. Oh my god, that's so sassy. I love it.
Vince able to clean up Deep Blue there. Deep Blue is out. So now it's a 2-horse race here. Man, that 3-star Water Spirit, definitely strong. The most damage, though, coming from the Devastator, actually. The 2-star. I mean, those delayed action bombs, they do a lot of damage. As we're just gonna stay on board with Vincent. I want to see what this looks like from Vincent's POV. If he can keep this going. Apparently, Deep Blue made a smiley face with his board as he died, which I really appreciate, for the record. Good job. I'm a fan. All right. Now it all comes down to these final few attacks. Can the damage be done? No,
okay, I don't think so. Oh no. Even the Petrify from the Spirits isn't going to be nearly enough. Not going to be nearly enough. Because that Venomancer is just surviving so much. Between all the natural regen plus the Warlock buff, it's just like, nah. I think this one's in the books. I think this one's in the bag. Oh my goodness.
I agree.
I cannot believe it.
Yeah.
Kogaboss, what a beast. What a beast.
Yeah, he stuck with the goblins. Everyone else got rid of all their goblins. So it all worked out here for Kogaboss. He also went Venomancer from the start, loading it up with items from the start, and then was just able to get that 3-star Venomancer. And I don't know what beats that right now.
Yeah, I think maybe there could be an argument to be made that Assassins, like a really stacked up Abyssal Crawler that we saw in the last patch, it really couldn't do it, but this time it might be able to just because of this slight decrease to the Kira buff. Maybe that's a possibility. I think, again, this is, I think, a prime example of people saw, oh, Kira got nerfed, therefore we can't run Goblin Kira Veno carry. They saw it was just a nerf, but it was 5%, and it was 5%. And now I think people are maybe, you know, if I'm watching this lobby and I watch this, obviously again, it was played perfectly. He rolled down, he got a high level. He was able to keep his win streak alive. He was able to keep those rolls coming. He was able to early level. Played it really, really well. Don't get me wrong. But maybe people overestimated how much this build got nerfed.
I wonder if he'd be able to get away with it again. This might be, especially when you're playing with the same group for a few games, this might be a one-hit wonder where you go for it, it works out, and then it's just, you're just not going to get it again because everyone in the lobby, they might hold on to their goblin just to prevent you from going crazy. So this just worked out super well for Kokoboss, caught the entire lobby off guard. And if you are in a dark alley and you see a 3-star Venomancer, specifically this 3-star Venomancer, if you click on it and see all those items, if you see it on the other at the other end of a lobby, you should probably run the other direction. That's probably one of the scariest things you can encounter.
And I also want to point out, though, Vincent won on his board last round. Vincent won on his board. He's still at 33 HP. Let's watch Vincent. Hang on. Hang on a second. I was watching Kokoboss, and Vincent won on that board. I think maybe the Petrifies lined up, and he was able to keep that Veno petrified with the spirits. That's how you beat this. You get those Petrify procs. That's your win condition right there. It's pretty, you know, pure and simple. That's how you get it done. And maybe we're gonna be able to see that happen again. He's been able to keep those Petrify procs going. Oh boy. Hang on. Can you kill this thing? Can you kill this? I think you can. Oh my goodness. But he's just regenerating so much.
Kokoboss still winning on his board, just barely. The Water Spirit not able to take out the Venomancer. It should certainly die though here on Vince's board. Yep.
It's 2 rounds in a row, bro. He's won. Oh my goodness. How many? We're already around 43. I mean, unless we want to be, we're going to be here all day because trying to take down Kokoboss is 100 HP.
Yeah.
This could be the longest game of auto chess ever.
It could be.
Goodness. It could
go down in history. There is a chance.
Like Rudolph the Red-Nosed
Someone
Reindeer.
Someone in the Twitch chat right now is fact checking and seeing what the longest game has been officially. If Vince can somehow claw his way back, we could go long. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna keep an eye on Kokoboss. You can stay on Vincent though if you want, because
we're gonna stay on Vincent.
Okay, I think Kokoboss finally lost on his board.
Wow.
Nope.
Wow. Oh my goodness. Like every auto attack that the Veno is able to actually get out is just incredibly devastating. The problem is these spirits. They're just able to keep it locked up forever. Oh my goodness. Please, somebody stop this man.
Finally lost.
Somebody stop this man. Oh no. He finally lost. Now he's been a Force Spirit for a while though. Like there's the thing. Like, oh my god. Water Spirit, please. What are we witnessing?
Maybe
this
a draw?
Ridiculous.
No. Water Spirit's dead.
Auto attacks. Yeah.
Oh, draw? Oh no, yeah.
Nope.
Water Spirit's dead. Okay. Could this be a comeback in the making for Vince?
Oh my.
He still has money in the bank.
Oh my goodness. This is huge. This is actually incredible. I don't even know what to say at this point. We just gotta watch. There's not a whole lot that it can come down to. It's really just about, will you keep the Venomancer locked up? Will he be able to get off those key auto attacks? Can the rest of the troops survive long enough to keep him in the game? It's really that simple, and I don't know. Vincent's gonna lose another one here. I think some slight positional changes really helped out there that time.
And also, Kokoboss he's kind of been winning, so he only needs to just make adjustments to really, make it more convincing. What are those adjustments? Maybe getting some items that he needs, or picking up some bonus units, because he can kind of do what he wants, some bonus pieces. So obviously advantage to Kokoboss still. Vince really has to pull off something special here to keep up with what Kokoboss has.
Well, we're on round 45. We're almost back to Roche. Things are getting exciting. say the least. But yeah, I think both of these players are just like full rolling every single time. I think you're right.
And we actually did have some fact checking in the chat about the longest game. Sometimes the chat doesn't go along with things I suggest, but wow, it's pretty cool. Some people actually did the research. Someone says the game hard caps at 57. I don't know about that. Really? People are saying 54 is the longest. We are at 46.
Yeah,
Vincent,
we got to
go after that record. Vince would have to just really turn things around now and to go after that record.
Yeah, it'd be pretty nutty. I mean, I would not put it past North America to pull off the longest game ever. That seems correct. Oh my goodness. Okay.
That was clean.
Vince is just gonna keep living. All right, he made some positional adjustments there. Made a big difference. Able to keep his water spirit alive. That's the key factor here. Just keeping this water spirit going. He's got that Monkey King cane, so you've got that extra attack speed, which will increase the chances that you get those spirit procs, which is massive. And of course, now that you've got it on your allies as well, it's just like feels so good.
You know, at the last moments of these games on Kogaboss's board is all between his 3-star Venomancer and the 3-star Water Spirit. Every single time it boils down to that battle on Kogaboss's board. That's what's been happening.
Boy. We're still following along with Vincent, though. Still following along with Vincent, who's got himself out a level 2 Devastator of his own, I might add. So that's also going to continue to just keep that damage going over the course of these games. And wow, you can really see the impact it's having. Actually, well, and then the way around as well. Oh my goodness. The second I think this is going to go one way, it goes the other.
Ooh, and Kogaboss lost on his board. So Vince winning on both his board and on Kogaboss's board. Okay, let's go Vince. Kogaboss trying to hold on here. Looks like he's really trying to build towards that 3-star Ogre Mage. He's 1 Ogre Mage away from that.
Okay.
Only 12 in the bank compared to Vince's 24.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. 3-star Ogre Mage is up.
Oh, nice. Okay. Is that the difference maker? Because Vince isn't really building towards any 3-stars here. He doesn't really have anything that he's particularly going for. We'll see if that makes a difference. Watching Kogaboss's board now. Oh boy. Kogaboss, actually, no, can't win on his board either. This is just not looking ideal for him at all. And I think one of the biggest differences here, hang on, as I'm going to take a look at this Grand Herald placement. We're going back over to the other board, though, because obviously Vincent's board is the one that matters the most. But I feel maybe that Grand Herald placement might actually have been a big factor there. I'm going to check that out in just a bit once this round finally ends. As we go back over to Vince's board, we can see it. He's actually going to lose on his own board. Oh, my goodness.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh.
This is the battle that's been happening. The Venomancer usually wins.
Yep. Okay. So that's hilarious. They're winning on each other's boards, which is always really funny. Oh, what? Okay, no, he actually got 2 black holes off that round. Oh my goodness. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Some more positional shifts here. Totally changing things up now as Vincent on his board. He's just like basically just trying to like bait the other person over and try and like out position their positioning, which is just actually hilarious to me. We'll see. How you utilize this Grand Herald is obviously really important. Yeah, he's gonna go for that Dark Spirit. Okay. Yeah, that double black hole. That double black hole is actually so nutty. That does so much damage. Oh my goodness.
Oh my god, dude. 24,529.
Yeah. So that it's all about this Grand Herald's play. That synergy there. And wow, he has stacked up this Dark Spirit. Oh my goodness. So yeah, so getting that double black hole is just actually nuts.
Yeah. He's got the Orb of Refresh on it.
Yeah. So not only got the Orb of Refresh, but he's also got the take control. So it's just like, oh boy. Oh boy. What is this game? We're having 2 games today. Go over level 50. This is wild. We're gonna be here for a while. Also, if we can have our observer click on Roche, because the HP bar is bugged, but you can actually see how much the HP is going down. Okay, never mind. It's already dead. There's that percentage HP is real good against Roche.
Okay, so Vince still has a lot of money in the bank, by the way. He's at 9 HP, though. which is Dire Straits. Kokoboss at 24. This is close. It's definitely close. Vince has been able to take a ton of damage from Kokoboss.
Yeah. Oh boy. Vince is down to 9 though. Kokoboss is down to 24 from 100. He's on a 3-loss streak. Oh boy. Oh me. Oh my. This is
And
just
you said the P word.
Wild. I did say a perfect game. I may have jinxed it. Oh boy. We're seeing the adaptation though. With the God of Thunder going in to try and do that mass AoE damage, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Oh my god, I jinxed it. I actually did it. I thought there was no way he could lose. Mace, he's not going to lose this round though. Oh
this
boy.
is like a 1v7. If he can... Yeah, okay.
Boy.
21,684 damage.
We can have our observer just do a quick item check as well, just like to let the audience know like what we're seeing, like what the Dark Spirit's carrying, what the Water Spirit's carrying, what the Devastator has got as well, because the Devastator now has that additional Jade Pipe. Oh boy, as well as the Cuirass and the Ice Armor. Oh my goodness. Okay.
This must be the last. This must be the last round. It must be.
It's got to be it. This has got to be it. I can't believe it. I can't believe Vince had a 20 to 100 comeback. Oh my goodness. But in the end, the Dark Spirit play able to carry him to victory here in this final round. And I think that's very, very likely going to be it. That is, I cannot believe it, round 52. But somehow Vince snatching victory from the jaws of defeat. That's why you never give up.
The strength of the spirits there, man. Absolutely crazy. I mean, I was the guy hyping up Vince, so I'm not that surprised. He's pretty good. But Vince, also in the context of our overall leaderboard, like that's huge for Vince, especially because Nova didn't do that well that game. So you got to be consistent. It's so important, and Vince is going to be happy about that one.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, considering that you're dealing with an opponent on a 25 win streak who's got 100 health, who's been dominating everybody all game, and then you get that, you have that click moment where you go, hey, the build I'm building into can do really well here. But what is the key component against a board of incredibly tanky units? Percentage-based HP damage. Let's work towards that. Let's get the refresher going. Let's have our Herald working. Let's make this happen. And then the Dark Spirit just took it over. Let's take a look back at our Xperia highlights from that last game. Axle Toss. That one was just bizarre.
Yeah, as we're kind of used to, it was all about the goblins in the early game. Ultimately, only one player would stick with the goblins, but we're going to take a look at Dogman here, Paul's favorite player. Dogman did not have the best game. He found himself near the bottom of the lobby from a very early stage. So he did not do so well. But Kokoboss, the story was all about Kokoboss. He stuck with the goblins. No one else went goblins, even though everyone picked him up early. And then the Vanomancer, he was able to scale that up. The questions were asked, oh, is it still good? Are people going to use it? Kokoboss says, yep. There we see 100 HP, 20 rounds in, 2 people already out of the game, and he hadn't lost a single round yet. So Kokoboss with a super nice game, as we can see on the screen, all the flashy colors. It ended up being the spirits that really made success happen for Vincent, as we can see later on. Only 2 players left, 100 HP for Kokoboss, 33 for Vincent. Keep an eye on those numbers in the top left. Really get a grasp of the scale of this comeback from Vincent. And now we see just the power of those spirits. Something else to look at is the right side of the screen. Just watch how the damage ends up scaling for Vince. We can see just how strong this Vanomancer is. Can you get rid of it? Can you get rid of it? Can it get taken down? How does it always survive? Surely this will take it down. Surely this is going to kill it. Okay, the next one will do it. Finally, Kokoboss loses. And Vince would have the last laugh. Look at the right side. Look at the damage output on the right side of the screen right now. And that's all the commentary that is needed, to be honest.